Fight, fight, fight. Here we are, Anons. Here we are, Patriots. It is 6/17, June 17th, 2019, in the Matrixxx with 3x's.com, because truth is not safe for work. And with me, my partner in justice, Shady Grooove. Shady.
Hello. What a wonderful weekend we just had, man. What a big week ahead. Love to see all you guys out there. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks for coming around. What a day, Matrixxx.
Yeah, hello, Patriots out there. Very, very, very big news day. We've got a lot of weird stuff going on, but I want to kick it off with a little bit of a tribute, ? I don't know if I want to call it a tribute, but as you may or may not know, Anderson Vanderbilt's mother, Gloria Morgan Vanderbilt, basically passed away. So rest in peace, and guys, put on the armor of God, because evil has died today. And I thought it was very interesting. Brian Stelter said Anderson Vanderbilt's obituary for his mother, Gloria Vanderbilt. What an extraordinary life. What an extraordinary mom. And an incredible woman. Things that I noticed in there: railroad fortune, you don't say, huh? Paysor trustee. Also, the Biltmore was leased to the Vanderbilts by the Paysors in the 1880s and leased to the Vanderbilts for 99 years. With what we know on the bloodlines right here, here's one of 27. Just go to the CIA.gov, because the truth is hidden in plain sight. Website, truth hidden, Springmeyer, bloodlines. There you go. And so you've got basically all of this. I've received David Hill's research and manuscripts, and I've begun reporting on the 13 families. David Hill had done what I had originally done. He had asked questions and began to dig into who pulled the strings in this country. Both David and I discovered the names of some of the more obvious, powerful families. For instance, in David's notes, he writes, yes, it is a fact. The Mellons, the Carnegies, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Dukes, Astors, Dorances, Reynoldses, Stillmans, Bakers, Pines, Cullimans, Watsons, Tukes, Kleinworths, DuPonts, Warburgs, Phillipses, Graces, Guggenheims, Milners, Drexels, Winthrops, Vanderbilts, Whitneys, Harkinses. All of the super rich Illuminati families generally get along quite well with communists, imagine that, who supposedly want to take away the wealth of these men and give it to the people. Now, let's go to page the 7 reference here to the Vanderbilts. Here we go.
You mean they run in the same circles?
They're the same bloodlines, man. They're the same families, right? I mean, come on. Let's go to number 7 here, and I want to put this here. So there are numerous indications that show that the Rothschilds were behind the assassination of Lincoln. Some of the men who worked for the Paysors of the 13 top Illuminati families were Andrew Carnegie, J.P. Morgan, the Vanderbilts, Gifford Pinchot, and John D. Rockefeller. These men were selected to run Paysor companies because they belong to the satanic elite. Let's go
hashtag Paysor agent.
Hashtag trustees, right? Let's go ahead and go over to Brian Stelter. Let's listen to this.
Gloria Vanderbilt, my mom, lived her entire life in the public eye. Born in 1924, her father, Reginald Vanderbilt, was heir to the Vanderbilt Railroad fortune, but gambled away most of his inheritance and died when my mom was just a baby. Gloria Morgan Vanderbilt, her mother, wasn't ready to be a mom or a widow.
Morgan.
My mom grew up in France, not knowing anything about the Vanderbilt family or the money that she would inherit when she turned 21. She had no idea the trouble that money would create.
And here's the first movie of little Gloria herself. Frightened by the curious crowd, she flees into her aunt's car. Money isn't everything.
When she was 10, her father's sister, Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney, sued to have my mom taken away from her own mother. It was a custody battle the likes of which the world had never seen. It was called the Trial of the Century, and it took place during the height of the Depression, making headlines every day for months. The court awarded custody of my mom to her Aunt Gertrude, whom she barely knew. The judge also fired the one person my mom truly loved and needed, her nanny, whom she called Dodo.
She was my mother, my father. She was everything. She was my lifeline. She was all I had.
As a teenager, she tried to avoid the spotlight, but reporters and cameramen would follow her everywhere. She was determined to make something of her life, determined to make a name for herself and find the love and family that she so desperately craved. At 17, against her aunt's wishes, she got married. She knew it was a mistake from the get-go.
Wedding bells at Santa Barbara's ancient Spanish mission. He is Pasquale Di Chico, Hollywood actor's agent, and is 32.
He was described as a Hollywood agent. Was he an agent?
Well, maybe at one point he was. He had been married to Thelma Todd, who was quite a well-known actress, and she died under mysterious circumstances.
Imagine that.
And there were sort of rumors around that maybe he had killed her, you know.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you got married to a guy who there were rumors that he had killed his former wife?
Yes, yes.
Now, would
Did
you
that not
laugh if
seem
your mom just told
to
you
give
that,
you-
Well,
guys? I mean, really? You, she
That's
was
funny.
murdered?
Yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah. Oh, what an interesting. Oh,
All he needs is me, you know, to...
So funny.
Sweetheart, I was only 17.
Okay.
17.
At 21,
17.
she married again
Just
and
saying.
had 2 sons with the legendary conductor Leopold Stokowski.
This is what he looked like when you first met him?
Well, it's a terrible photograph of him, but he was 63 when I first met him and married him.
And was it something you, like, as soon as you saw him, you thought,
Instant.
really?
Knew him for a week and married 3 weeks later.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
And he was 63?
yeah.
Wow. Did any of your friends think it was
good
weird?
Lord.
I don't know. I mean,
They didn't say anything.
So there's 3 more minutes left of this. If you
Didn't
guys
matter.
want to check it out, you know, I believe the link has been dropped in there. But I just thought it was very interesting to kind of check out some of that stuff because, you know, we have a thread here, right? It's called the Paysur thread. If you guys have not heard it before, it very much is in play today. The Paysur, the Vanderbilts built more, or was it Peas? And that is very true. Oh, there's Neon Revolt. Neon Revolt says some Anons did though. They picked up on Paysur. He thought it was Panay Group, and Neon Revolt says some Anons did though. And to thank them, I think we owe a great debt because it looks like they just actually figured out who P is. Thank you, Neon, for that quote. I love it. The Vanderbilts. Go ahead.
No, I was good. No, sorry, you were getting ready to go in that, but I just wanted to point out to everyone that this happened on the 17th of June. Just to understand that,
June
you know,
Qth.
this, on June Qth, a bloodline heiress who you see right there has a lot more connections than is put out in front of you. I mean, look at what this person was involved in and how far back it goes to when she was a kid, her sister or the aunt, all the stories, a lot more to it than you think. Massive bloodline Paysur agent right here passes away on June Qth. Matrixx.
June Qth. That's awesome. And here's the Vanderbilts' famous Biltmore. You know, there's no drain. There's no life preservers. There's no jets. There's just ropes. Creepy.
Not a swimming pool.
I don't think so, Shady. The Vanderbilt home claim that their mansion called the Biltmore is their country home. Not true. Biltmore was constructed by the Paysur family as a hotel in the 1880s, and it was operated by the Paysur trustees and by the Vanderbilts on a 99-year lease.
For a 5% commission.
Yeah. Creepy. Now, then we were told to basically dig on the Vanderbilts, stuff. Q has pointed us there before. Here's my thread from 8/15/18. Okay. Here we go. I mean, this is, did Mr. Vanderbilt talk about his brother? I don't think he did. Is this normal? Look at this picture of Anderson Cooper and his mother, Gloria Vanderbilt. Look at the box up there, the sun and the moon, somebody being sacrificed in an altar above her head while she's reading to her children. Normal?
Hidden in plain sight, my friends.
There it is.
They do not care that you know.
They don't care. Your guys
They're
are
getting ready to care.
Yeah, no doubt. So, is this normal? Symbolism will be their downfall. Focus on the necklace, on her necklace. Bottom charm has significant meaning. Find the match, red shoes. Here's the charm. Somebody found it. It's below the hand. It's right in between the little boy's head and the hand. There it is, a little bit bigger. And we found that it is a, what was it, Shady? I don't know if I have it in here, but we'll see. Find the matches, open source. They never thought they'd be hunted. The hunters become the hunted, guys.
Yeah, the emblem goes back through Central, South America. Lots of connections back, guys.
Right. So I said, all right, we need to find the matches for this charm. Compare the pool of Vanderbilt with paintings of kid in pool, red shoes, Q. Huh. Interesting. Then you need to compare the pool with the kids' red shoes, Podesta art, cross against Podesta, travel to Rome, review 25-26 picks 2015-2016 picks inside only, Q. Here's the Biltmore, one of two. There's another pool like this somewhere, is what I gathered.
I gathered that too, and I'm not sure that I ever remember the Anons. Was it London?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's at the Corinthian, believe it or not. Confirmed. What do you notice? What do you notice here, guys? Rest in peace, Miss Vanderbilt. No? Compare and contrast. 1 = 1. Location of painting confirmed. Travel to Rome. Charms are very important.
Where all roads lead?
Rome. Who bought the Vatican?
Pesos?
Pesos. Look at their hands, guys. Looks like they've been trying to claw out of a pool.
And then who guards the Vatican?
The Vatican claimed that the mansion is called the Biltmore. There we go. Here's the charm, guys. And
we're tracing these all the way back, everyone. The bloodlines are what Q wants us to focus on.
This is a Guatemalan silver charm necklace, 1980s long wedding necklace with Milagros, metal bands, cowgirl, Southwest, First Peoples, 30-inch plus large coin and charm pendant. The pendant 5 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. There are beads and many animal dangles hanging off the double chain strands. These charms are called milagros, lion, duck, quetzal bird, swallow, bird, deer, fish, and goddess center bottom. The necklace and dangles, all their silver in color and metal and posts are in excellent condition and actually still shiny. Purchased 1990s in Gallup, New Mexico at a pawn shop where I was attending an intertribal Indian festival. I was told that this was a Guatemalan wedding necklace. It was personal piece, but I have become allergic to metals, and this is now up for grabs, maybe worn 2 times. Milagros are small metal religious charms found in many areas of Latin America, especially Guatemala and Mexico. The word milagro means miracle or offering, ex votos. These small charms often depict arms, legs, praying people, farm animals, and wide a range of other subjects, and typically nailed or pinned to the crosses of wooden statues of various saints like the Virgin Mary or Christ. Sacred objects pinned on the clothing of saint statues are hung with little red ribbons and threads from altars and shrines. They are also carried for protection and good luck and thanks to saints and their animals. The 1848 repro coin pendant is of Jose Rafael Carrera, turquoise, who was president of Guatemala from 1844 and 1848, from 1851 until his death in 1865 after being appointed president for life in 1854.
The truth is the story that we received when you were in school about Columbus and coming over and the whole thing. It's all a big facade, guys. We are unraveling the whole lie. We're not just unraveling the current lie right now in our world. We are unraveling the lie that goes back centuries, if not much longer.
Yep. And you saw that she was a Whitney. She married a Whitney as well. So Illuminati families, Payne, Whitney, and Vanderbilt's all bad money in Morgan Guarantee Company, which was run by J.P. Morgan and Guggenheim Outfits. And we know Miss Vanderbilt is a Morgan. So she also married a Whitney, and she also married a Vanderbilt. So they keep her in the family, correct?
Round and round.
Right. So this is the kind of stuff that Anderson Cooper giving you the news every day. You know,
might not be a credible source.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Thank you. All these years, I've been waiting for someone to come along and vouch for my hard news chop.
There you go. Did you see what symbol he was using, guys?
Yeah. Thank you. All these years, I've been waiting for someone to come along and vouch for my hard news chops, my unflappability, if you will. And now...
You're welcome, Anderson. You're welcome. What do you guys think? What does everybody think out there?
Well, I think that this, like I said before, we were talking about this over the weekend. We definitely have the most red-pilled audience on YouTube, man. These people know all this stuff.
Right? They do. They
do. They see it, and it's just great to come together with other people who, when the news happens, you're on it. You know what you're plugging right into the information, and you're moving the information around on there. What I'm seeing going on Twitter is pretty amazing, Matrixxx, considering the censorship and how far people are able to get, people to engage with them about what's really happening in this reality with the global takedown of the elite. Like people are understanding this. They see what's going on. Americans are a little slower maybe than some of the rest of the world, but people are waking up, bro.
Hey, we need somebody to go to New York. This guy, John Bartholomew McDonald, built Vanderbilt tunnels north of 42nd Street, New York, and other items. John Cecil McDonald. Interesting. Tunnels north of 42nd Street. So the Vanderbilts are in the CIA book called The Bloodlines of the Illuminati by Fritz Springmeier, which is on their website, cia.gov. Hidden in plain
and we've
sight.
showed you when we've shown you all the mechanisms that they use to put assets agents into every editorial newsroom around the country, and now you see someone like Gloria Vanderbilt's son, Anderson Cooper, the cornerstone over there at CNN for however long he's been there, should be very easy to point to and see this stuff now, guys. It's clowns.
He thanked you, Shady.
You're welcome, Anderson.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Anderson Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, good news here. We got lots of love. This is a Q Army Japan. We do have Q Army Japan following all of us in the Q Army, guys. They're
Can't
amazing.
talk about this enough. How amazing is this?
They're amazing. This Q right here, see that from the Q post right here. This was from the Q post Twitter from the Phoenix 124 status. This is amazing, guys. We are all united, guys. Q-nited, if you will. Let me just see. Here it is right here. Look at, there's the actual Q that was in the Q post, guys. Make sure you're following these guys. Oh, I thought I was following her. Okay. But yeah.
They probably unfollowed you.
Yeah. Right, Matrixxx, Matrixxx account. Make sure you're following because people are getting unfollowed. There's another Q from our Q Army Japan. Now, I thought this was very interesting, Shady. The FBI has informed Alex Jones someone planted child pornography on the servers for his InfoWars website. Friday, the controversial radio host offered $1 million reward for any information leading to an arrest. Could it be the Q trolls that he employs? All of the 4chan garbage that's being posted on 4chan or 8chan?
It has to come from somewhere, my friend, and it's ridiculous how much of it they have, and it's ridiculous how much they're putting on the boards, and it's got to be on hard drives and servers somewhere.
Yep.
Because, man, that is, whatever this is, we're going to let this story kind of just develop for a second, but I got a feeling this is going to open up into another Alex Jones worm can.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. Because remember, what if the D-Class shows that Alex Jones's company is Mossad, guys, or a foreign entity? What if?
What if
guys?
it shows beyond any doubt? It's not going to be. I mean, really, we know this. Q is pointing to us to this. We've seen this. People in the conspiracy world have been onto this guy for years out there. Everyone recognizes that he is not being a genuine patriot in a lot of the ways he reports news, and he's done this over and over again, going back 20 plus years now. It's time for things to be exposed. And transparency is going to be all of our friend.
So prosecutors, apparently General Flynn was going to have a day in court Wednesday.
Right.
And I said, let's pray all this goes well. In the end, all will be right. That is a Q post about our General Flynn, or a phrase. Then this is it here. Apparently, prosecutors asked to delay sentencing. He may testify at a trial from his former business partner. They asked to file another status report within 60 days. Apparently, his partner has a trial coming up. In regards to Turkey, and that trial starts on July 15th. So we just need to keep an eye on our General Flynn, keep those prayers, make sure to get to that Flynn Defense Fund if you can. Give him a little something or other. And going back to Alex Jones as well, I kind of was wondering why did Q post Bill Cooper, right? Bill Cooper is posted. Let me just go to Cooper right now here. Bill Cooper is posted in Q Post 782. And he's talking about the school shootings and stuff like that from the book 1991, Behold a Pale Horse. And this Anon says, Q, Anons, I've been following these drops since day one, but this is the first I'm hearing of this Behold a Pale Horse book from 1991 by Bill Cooper. It actually describes these clowns planning to use school shootings as a way to disarm citizenry. This looks legit to me, astonishing as the quotes are. What say you all? Behold a Pale Horse. Here's the actual link to get it on Amazon. Quote, Bill Cooper, former U.S. Naval Intelligence Briefing team member, reveals information that remains hidden from the public eye. This information has been kept in top secret government files since 1940s. His audiences hear the truth unfold as he writes about the assassination of JFK, the war on drugs, the secret government, and UFOs. Bill is a lucid, rational, and powerful speaker whose intent is to inform and empower his audience. Standing room only is normal. His presentation and information transcend partisan affiliation as he clearly addresses issues in a way that has a striking impact on listeners of all backgrounds and interests. Where we go when we go all. He has spoken to many groups throughout the United States and has appeared regularly on many radio talk shows and on television. In 1988, Bill decided to, quote, talk due to events taking place worldwide. The events that he had seen plans for back in the early 1970s. Bill correctly predicted the lowering of the Iron Curtain, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and the invasion of Panama. All Bill's predictions were on record well before the events occurred, and we can add 9/11 to that. Bill is not psychic. His information comes from top secret documents he reads while the intelligence briefing team and from over the 17 years of research. Q said, big Q. Now, let's relate this to Alex Jones. Didn't Alex Jones have to apologize for a school shooting?
Yes.
What shooting was that?
Sandy Hook.
Okay, Alex Jones apologizes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he had to apologize Sandy Hook, right? Let me see where it is. He apologized for Pizzagate. He apologized for Sandy Hook. He's been apologizing for stuff that, people still have questions on, right?
And with answers that are asked that are never answered, or questions that are asked that are never answered, right? And then it's just like, oh well, and then he puts this big roadblock up there for anyone asking more questions. He's been doing this for years,
right? And then we look at AJ. And, Alex Jones' template was designed to attack and censor QAnon. Primary objective, Now there's apparently CP on his servers, guys. The last and final comments regarding AJ associate attempts logical thinking. Jack Posobiec, I can't see him because I'm blocked. Wonder why.
You're not missing a lot.
No.
Number one, and
No.
he you know, in to his credit, he has decided to not really be piping up about Q so much in the last couple months.
Q points us to this thread reader app and says reconcile, and we can't access that thread.
Oh,
Imagine that. Attempts to deceive autists, anons will fail. We are a threat to their livelihood, plus classified. Huh. What could that be? Do not let their attempts corrupt good organizations. Think OANN. They want you divided. Stay strong. Stay together. Division keeps them in power. And this is Posobiec. Okay? Posobiec. Reconcile. Let's see what this is. This is a YouTube video. Oh, yeah. This is when they use the chat logs. The fake.
this is whenever he faked the Discord chat logs.
That's right. Okay.
So he put fake dates on these, and then there's still people like Doug Stewart and the like out there promoting that this is a legitimate debunk of Q.
That's right. There's a lot more than you realize. Think collective attacks versus Q. They attack AJ to give him fake credibility amongst POTUS supporting Patriots, right? Control and divide. And, free speech systems. That is also his company, right? What happens if the Mueller report proves Free Speech Systems LLC, aka InfoWars, is linked to a foreign intel agency or other non-domestic entity?
So I would I want to read a Q post, Matrixx.
Go ahead. Which one?
I want to read Q post 3038.
All right, let me go ahead and go to search.
I'm going to interrupt a regularly scheduled program.
3038. Got it, Shady.
All right, here we go. Decide for yourself. Be free from outside opinion. Decide for yourself. Be objective in your conclusions. Decide for yourself. Be true in your own beliefs. Decide for yourself. Be open to following the facts. Decide for yourself. Be strong in defending your beliefs. Decide for yourself. Be restrained to blindly accepting factless statements.
Resistant.
Decide for be resistant. Sorry, be resistant to blindly accepting factless statements. Decide for yourself. Be free. Those who attack you, those who mock you, those who call you, those who control you, those who label you, do they represent you? Or do they represent themselves in some form? Mental enslavement. The Great Awakening, freedom of thought, was designed and created not only as a back channel to the public away from the long-standing mind control of the corrupt and heavily biased media, but to endure future events through transparency and regeneration of individual thought, breaking the chains of group think. But more importantly, aid in the construction of a vehicle, a ship that provides the scattered freethinkers with a starter new social network platform which allows for freedom of thought, expression, and patriotism or national pride. The feeling of love, devotion, and sense of attachment to a homeland and alliance with other citizens who share the same sentiment. And this part is very important. When non-dogmatic information becomes free and transparent, it becomes a threat to those who attempt to control the narrative and or the stable. We'll read it one more time. When non-dogmatic information becomes free and transparent, it becomes a threat to those who attempt to control the narrative and or the stable. When you are awake, you stand on the outside of the stable groupthink collective and have free thought. Free thought is a philosophical viewpoint which holds that positions regarding truth should be formed on the basis of logic, reason, and empiricism rather than authority, tradition, revelation, or dogma. When you are awake, you are able to clearly see. The choice is yours and yours alone. Trust and put faith in yourself. You're not alone and you're not in the minority. Difficult truths will soon see the light of day. Where we go one, we go all. Q. But this right here is not some, all. And this is so important because this is what Matrixxx and I represent. is a non-dogmatic approach to free and transparent information in a logical format without bringing emotion to the conversation here, guys. We're trying to bring logic to the conversation, and we're trying to bring truth, which doesn't obscure itself by things like thinking 9/11 happened the way that they said it did, or the JFK murder happened the way they said it did, or the Federal Reserve is part of your government. These things are norms that the mainstream media takes in their mind and projects to you like they operate around this normal atmosphere. Matrixxx and I are operating and speaking to you outside of that box. We're speaking to you from the bigger picture, this just like today, the news today with Gloria Vanderbilt's death, and pointing you back to these Q posts, but also pointing you back to your history and pointing you back to the trust and pointing you back to the bloodlines and pointing you to the reality of what the situation you're seeing unfold is, as opposed to, royalty in America passed away. There is no royalty in America. That is a facade. That is BS. Okay. And so the idea that, we high up these people, I don't care who they are, is not the way we are supposed to function per our Constitution, guys. So information is free and open source. That is what we are attempting to bring to you. And I wanted to veer off track just a little bit, Matrixxx, onto this simply because of what you're talking about here with someone who I consider a hero, Bill Cooper, and the way that he taught me how to find transparent information, and the way that he said, think, look, research, read for yourself. You can know. Everyone else is lying to you. That, I think, is what Anon's bring that scares him so bad, my friend. And I apologize for veering off track there a little bit, but I just saw that when I wanted to read that to them real quick.
It's good, Shady, because, that's what I'm trying to tie these Q posts to, because Bill Cooper was dropped, Shady. And Bill Cooper basically called Alex Jones a New World Order shill, guys. And what if the Mueller report proves that Alex Jones is a foreign entity?
And why? That would make him be jumping around a little bit, wouldn't it?
So Bill Cooper points to Alex Jones and the Y2K thing, and basically says, what is he trying to do there? He's trying to get fear. He's trying to get people to basically react. He's trying to get people to go out and cause havoc so they can enact the military, rule on us, martial law, and bring in their socialist government order. And Alex Jones had to apologize for Pizzagate. I don't apologize for it. Alex Jones had to apologize for Sandy Hook. I am not apologizing for it. There's questions. I'm not apologizing for my questions on 9/11. I'm not apologizing for my questions on the Boston bombing. I will never apologize for any of my research or my theories. I mean, I can find that a theory is not correct because we all dig together and we figure it out together. That's how truth is really learned. And remember, Alex Jones had a rant the other day. And remember how did Bill Cooper die, Shady?
He died by the local sheriff's deputies on his property. He was shot.
Right. So remember this? Let me just replay this. Hang on.
Grudge on. I'm real.
I know where you're going.
The Patriot movement. I'm not bragging here. I'm just saying along comes the royalty of Q. And it just tells me that I'm this anti-American. And let me tell you, for a lot of generations, that's not what's been going on. We've been doing a lot of stuff, writing books and financing things and killing people for this country. My family's been killing people for 240 plus years for this country, brother. Killing people, doing a lot of dangerous stuff. And people come along that won't say who their name is and accuse me of being a goddamn Russian agent. I'll come after their ass.
Mossad.
Do you understand that?
Certainly, I understand threats, Alex.
And
we've been.
So go ahead, Shady.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's just that right there, what you're seeing in that emotional response is very similar to the way that he was 20 years ago on the radio talking about 9/11 and yelling at Bill Cooper. He did a few shows back then where he acted just like that towards Bill Cooper, and he does that all the time. Like, look, you can go back and look at his interview on Piers Morgan. He's always doing this, and we were discussing this earlier, and I would like for you to kind of go into what you were talking about this morning, and like the way they were kind of setting him up and painting all, with the way that he fit into their plan for all of the Patriot conspiracy people.
Yeah, I mean, so, we know that Hillary Clinton said he had a dark heart, and, I believe he's working with them, and he was supposed to be the antithesis of the movement, right? He was supposed to be the leader of the quote unquote Patriot movement, right? Yet
right.
He was leading us all to our demise because nobody could listen to him. Nobody could understand. Mao took the guns. Stalin took the guns. All that. Frank! That kind of stuff, right? Frank! And, he made us look like idiots, very unwatchable. But I believe he was wanting us to act out and go protest and maybe trigger some violence. And they tried to do it with the Pizzagate Comet Ping Pong. They had a guy that, quote unquote, listened to Alex Jones and shot somebody or something at Comet Ping Pong. False flag, in my opinion, in order to try to bring this about. He is working for them, guys. And it's sad to say, because I've listened to Alex Jones for many, many years, but I have the mind that I can take what Alex Jones says, what Shady says, what you say, what anybody says, and research it and come to my own opinion for myself with facts.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. And that is a great point, because that is the angle that would have been perfect for them to take with everybody that was sort of following him, was him to push people out into the streets, right? And so once they were initiating martial law and they were sending in people to take over all these systems, then he gets all the Patriots riled up and pushes them out into the streets, which gets them gathered up rather quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we go ahead and go to the Bill Cooper interviews about Alex Jones, I mean,
and there were a number of people out there who really did think that Alex Jones had something to do with what happened to Bill Cooper.
Right,
and Bill Cooper was one of the only people who said that there was a massive terror attack getting ready to happen right before it did, less than a month before it did. And then Alex Jones was trying to take credit for that. So he was plagiarizing Bill Cooper and then pretending like he didn't hear Bill Cooper in the middle of all that. So, Alex Jones was always trying to take credit for Bill Cooper's work and discredit Bill Cooper through his whole career.
Gift in the hour of the time is the truth. Now, I want you to understand that this little series that we're doing is nothing personal against Alex Jones or anybody else. But I happen to know for a fact, absolute fact, and listen to me very carefully, that people who practice this kind of broadcasting and claim to be an American patriot do nothing but discredit all of us eventually. It's wrong. It is absolutely wrong. This guy would take a call and some caller would report something, and instead of saying, well, we're not, like I do on this broadcast, when somebody calls in and wants to tell a rumor, I tell them, no, we don't do that on this broadcast. You want to call me tomorrow, I'll check it out. And if it turns out to be true and the listening audience needs to hear it, then, we'll make arrangements for you to call in and it can be your story and we'll do it. But that's the only way it's done on this broadcast.
Same
All of
here
these
on this
other
one.
people, they take phone calls. And a lot of these phone calls are people spreading rumors. And these rumors, 99% of them turn out to be wrong. And it's wrong to allow that to happen. Especially when the host takes it and runs with it. Without any checking, without any calling, without any research, without anything. This is one of the people who pulls faxes off the fax machine and reads them over the air. This is the one of people who indiscriminately reads Associated Press wire reports and ABC wire reports and news releases and press releases without checking them out. Associated Press, UPI, especially ABC, have been well known to plant fake, phony, and false stories. We've all discovered that over the years. No radio host who reports the news, especially on a day when he knows that a good segment of the population is afraid, that we've been told to expect the collapse of civilization as we know it, and all kinds of things like that,
Right
to
here.
participate in this kind of fear-mongering. Listen very carefully, folks. This will frost you, and then we'll talk about it. I may stop the tape at certain portions, and we'll talk about it then. Listen very carefully. This is just snippets taken from the first 45 minutes of the Alex Jones show on December the 31st, New Year's Eve. This is news. What I'm reporting here to you is hard news. This could have resulted in the shutdown of the whole country, the declaration of martial law, mass hysteria and panic by millions of people. And this is the guy, along with a few others, but this is the main guy who was. Listen carefully.
Cash machines are failing in Britain and now other European countries. They're finding large amounts of explosives in France. Vladimir Putin, who is known as Vladimir the Ruthless, and using all his profanity on national TV, you name it. We won't read the profanity here, but we've got it. This person is on an unbelievable power trip and resembles a demon. He is a creature of the IMF and the World Bank and international communism. He is a former KGB head. And this information is vital, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing the New World Order really come out in full force. More wars than have been in the last 50 years are going on right now. The war in Chechnya is raging in Grozny with, well, reports of hundreds of thousands dying.
Is that true, folks? Are there more wars going on right now than in the last 50 years? Are there hundreds of thousands of people dying right now in Chechnya? Listen to this. This man is just making it up right out of his head as he goes along.
20 to 40,000 civilians trapped in the city. Russian Hinds are being shot down. Tanks are being blown to bits. Massive Grad unguided rocket attacks are being launched on the city indiscriminately right now. Air and artillery bombardments as well. It's absolutely out of control. It is
out of control, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you the news first on Y2K. The newest developments: the Pennsylvania nuclear plant has been shut down. One of the main systems transferring the power from it failed, but they say it's not a Y2K problem. And the things I'm experiencing here in Austin, Texas: the shelves are empty of water and some gas stations are running out of fuel. Here in Central Texas and in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the shortwave is basically down, ladies and gentlemen. Went off right as I went on the air. The big news on Y2K. Then we'll start going to your call.
Right, and I don't think he's Bill
What
Hicks
he's
like
saying
some of the people are saying out there. I really don't think he's Bill Hicks, just so you know. Looks awfully like him, but I think that's a slide. We are talking about Alex Jones working for a foreign government, whatever he might have been before. No slide topics, guys. I'm trying to keep us off the slide.
If on that in that clip you played there, Matrixx, he was 100% wrong.
Yes, 100%.
None of that stuff happened. Like all of that stuff that you heard of him reporting on the radio, 100% wrong.
100%. And Bill Cooper said he is working for them. Okay, and that's what we are noticing too. If we like take a 40,000-foot zoom out, he apologized for Sandy Hook. He apologized for Pizzagate. He apologized for a lot of crap that
he was
I
called
think
directly
is true.
out by Q.
And called directly out by Q. Very much so. And, you know, look, I know people think that he's Bill Hicks. I get that. There is resemblance, but it doesn't matter. If he's Bill Hicks, Alex Jones, or Joe Schmo, this is the guy that is being used to create the antithesis, the think mirror of the socialism to get us into socialism, guys. And he was going to be our Pied Piper. Okay? That's what they were setting him up as, and that's my opinion. And he will be going down.
And he wasn't true, Matrixx. He wasn't true to what most Americans believe and what most truthers, what most conspiracy, he would go with his bullhorn and he's standing, he's screaming all this stuff, and he intimidates people. I have yet to red pill a human being by intimidating them, man. I've never red pilled a human being by intimidating them. They've never come to ask me questions. It doesn't work. I got rid of the idea of trying to overpower someone with information 20 plus years ago because it just doesn't work, guys. And this is the COINTELPRO. This is the opposite to real information. The only way we're going to get people to wake up is to share logical, reasonable information plugged in and connected to their real world. Not all this outlandish stuff that this guy does. Q is telling you this. The Freedom Press LLC organization pointed right to it. pointed right to all the players. And, you know, you guys see, we don't know necessarily specifically that they're all working with the MAGA Co and the fake MAGA, but it all looks like MAGA Co and fake MAGA.
You mean the Daily Beast?
Yes.
You know, they just did an article. I can't get it to come in because of pop-up blockers. I do have incognito window.
I think I have that here. I can drop
I've got it right here up on screen, but you know, I've got a blocker because I'm not incognito right here, and I can't get my incognito window. Let me just see if I can share it. Hang on one second, guys.
It doesn't let me drop that link.
But let me just tell you this. They just did an article on 8/31/18, Shady.
Why doesn't it let me drop the link? That's weird. Yes. Yeah, last year they thought it was important to do an article on Bill Cooper.
Right. And Bill Cooper, Daily Beast, they're doing articles on us, guys, and you guys believe this stuff.
No, well, not our guys.
You guys are absolutely insane.
Our guys didn't believe this stuff.
Not our guys, but the people that do believe this stuff are absolutely insane.
Or they're
loving it.
or pretending like they believe it.
Right, or pretending like they believe it, or being assigned like they believe it, right, Shady? I mean,
that's what it looks like.
And we're gonna write a good book. So wait till you see it. I want to share this with you. First, I will not argue with trolls today. 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 I will not argue with. Oh, look, Cycle Trolls. I should say something.
I need to talk to him.
Oh, you know, it's so hard.
We think we can fix them sometimes.
We think we can fix them, right? All right,
it's not like getting under the hood of a Buick.
This is a brilliant Anon post because I use everybody else's work. Yes, I do. I bring the brilliant Anon's work to you. And that's what I do. It's even my video, Brilliant Anonymous Researchers, and they are brilliant. This is a great post, Shady. This is a post that an Anon wrote on 6/11, and it says, now I have more complete view of what is going to unfold, and I'm going to keep this as concise as possible. The social media blackout imminent. June 23rd, 24th. Now, this is a rumor I've heard going around. This corresponds with Q's arrival. Why social media? And look, guys, just to let you know, I don't like to say dates or predict dates because if we miss it, because countdowns can be on hold to readjust and dates could slide. So I'm not a date person, but this person saying 23rd, 24th is a rumor that they've been hearing. So why the social media blackout? Because this is when things will start being declassified. Now, if you guys realize my Twitter is being censored, your Twitter is being censored. We're being censored in a heavy way right now. We've got a different algorithm going right now as far as is Twitter, I've noticed. And I don't know if you guys have either. When I respond to a troll, it goes onto my main Twitter page. So I do see that Jack is working with the trolls, just FYI. All right, so why social media blackout? Because this is when things will start to be declassified. It won't happen at once, but over several days. A trickle of information that mainstream news channels will be forced to cover. They want MSM to cover the happenings. Attempt to damage control, right? And try to control the narrative. Ask yourself, why does social media really exist? To control information. That's it. Without its propaganda backbone of the CIA-controlled social media platforms, the MSM would be up a creek without a paddle. Right? Because this is, excuse me, up a creek without a paddle. Hang on one second. I'm trying to find it. Because this is when things will start to be declassified. Up a creek without a paddle, and everyone will be watching it because it will only be the only source of information for 10 days. This social media blackout will last for 10 days. This is why big platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube have been having short blackouts. They're testing code to make sure that this all runs smoothly. 4chan might also go dark as it is a compromised board. July 3rd, it will come back online. This will be the truly great day. Masses will take control of the internet by storm. 2016 election cycle times 1,000. Time is in our favor. July 4th, an even bigger happening will occur, and the world will finally see the truth. I'll drop the details later in my post, but it's time for you to know. More of you probably already do. Very interesting. That really, I agree how interesting that is. I can see the logic in that. And when, Q dropped, what did he say about July 4th? It's going to be a parade. A parade.
wasn't a parade, but it was going to be July 4th is going to be great or something. What was it?
There was going to be a parade, and the budget was 666. Remember?
I thought the parade was for the 11th.
No. A parade that will never be forgotten. Ask yourself why. God bless our brave women and women in uniform. We will never forget. That's 11/11/18. So that could be. Anyways, I thought it was a military parade. You know, I thought it would be a military parade of criminals, right? That was my kind of interesting. So you never know. That could be July 4th. Very interesting. So that's what we did. Desert Hump, Shady. All right. Now, I want you guys to watch this knowing what you know now. Ready?
This morning, for example, he came into the Oval Office for our meeting, and I said, Mr. President, is everything all right? And he said, yeah, what's the matter? And I said, Mr. President, you're wearing your pajama bottoms.
I really have nothing to say about that.
I wish I could be here more, but I really think Bill has everything under control.
Wait! You forgot your lunch!
I want to thank the Academy for this tremendous honor. This may be the greatest moment of my life. I mean, ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a real actor.
He walked in on Little Boy. Did you notice that? Gitmo! There you go, Shady. What do you think of that little short?
That's very interesting.
Do you see he walked in on Little Boy, dude?
I did.
Kevin Spacey. So, look at that, guys. Creep, knowing what you know now. And remember his artwork. We looked at some of it today. Tony Podesta's artwork. I thought this was interesting. That was June 14th, and the president says this.
Announcement in 2 weeks, unrelated, but something that's going to have a profound effect on the things that we're talking about and have been talking about over the last 2.5 years. It's going to be something really incredible. That'll take place over the next 2 weeks. That'll be a very big announcement. Nobody knows what it is. It's going to be a big surprise, but it's going to be a very pleasant one. We're going to have...
Interesting, huh? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And this was funny. I was replying to Bill Mitchell saying, I believe we will see hypocrisy and corruption from the Democrats over the next 18 months, but even the most jaded could not have previously imagined. We'll be ready. And I said, don't forget to include fake MAGA. Never interrupt the enemy while they're destroying themselves. And I love that little gif, just so you know. It's perfect. All right, so that's that. Going up to Q Army Japan, shout out. Also, we would like to extend an invite to real Donald Trump to come on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Since we're the news now, you guys are the news now. Our president tweeted the first 2.5 years of his presidency, including the fact that we have one of the best economies in the history of our country. It's called earned media, and believe it or not, earned media is a thing. And it's very interesting. So thank you. Also, I want to say thank you for the memories. This was a great tweet. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Okay, idiots, are you ready? I just can't stand the faces of you people. Those dead, questioning eyes. Mangy?
My beard itches pretty bad. Is this because of my bugs?
You have literal bugs?
Uh-huh. I think it's mainly bed bugs.
Okay, you gotta go.
Do you need to talk so evil?
Do you need to look like a stuffed baked potato in that Walmart shirt? Lanky?
It's been a whole hour since Kristen sat on my whistle.
I did not sit on it.
Then where's my whistle?
What about guys like me, Our eyes are really honest, but then our brain's got a violent virus.
Could not care less. Creature?
I was part of a gang that made bed quilts.
Turd?
I'm crazy about you. When can I see you?
No, never. Most people in the world will find you disappointing.
Why are you saying this?
Because you suck.
Wait a minute. Roast beef for sale, marriages for the lemonade. It's all we will get.
Roast beef.
I need a drink.
Oh my God, is that hilarious, guys? So thank you.
You're killing me here.
Thank you, Sarah. You're a hero. And apparently it was interesting that her dad said she knows where the bodies are buried. Mike Huckabee. Interesting.
Oh my God! I hope she stays in public life and runs for office somewhere else. She's built for speaking truth to power, man. She was really great the way she handled me. I've never seen a press secretary handle the media the way she did, and just the way they peppered her for the last 3 years or whatever. But Godspeed. I just hope she just does something much bigger in life, because she is amazing.
So Q Post 3346 is about enjoy the show, and if you look at the bottom, it has the interview, which is the South Korean movie ripped down and in a heap there. Remember the movie called The Interview? And Donald Trump says the first 2.5 years of his presidency, including the facts that we have one of the best economies in our history of our country, it's called earned media. In any event, enjoy the show. Misleading in that personally, I spent a small fraction of the time doing interviews. I enjoyed my interview. So it is enjoy the show leading to this graphic. Is our president leading us to this enjoy the show graphic, and we're here at FISA Gate. See? And then next is Trump 2020.
And somebody's going to be doing an announcement soon.
And somebody's going to be doing an announcement in 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks now. Also, keep an eye out on your Marines. This is Karate Kick. Enjoy the show. Karate Kick 3331 was Karate Kid, if you recall. Just very interesting. I'm keeping an eye on our U.S. Marine Corps. Let's see what they did today, Shady. Today we celebrate the birthday of the U.S. Navy Hospital Corpsmen. We couldn't do our job without you. So that's one. Fire and Ice was last night, Shady. Combat Engineer and Marines of the 2nd MLG teamed up with Norwegian Armed Forces to bring the heat in Exercise Thunder Reindeer.
Didn't Norway just give us some information from the president and George Stephanopoulos?
I think they did, Shady.
I just called him George Papadopoulos. He's Stephanopoulos. How many Dopoulos we got here?
Indianapolis.
Is George Indianapolis?
There's a city called Indianapolis.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Check this out. Buffering. Moabs are lethal. What do you think about that, Shady? I just love that video. And when you're if you get heavy flack, they're shooting at you. Guess what, Shady?
Over the target?
Over the target. Look at all those troll bots firing at us.
I feel like I'm over the target every day.
I'm over the target every day, as you guys are. Thank goodness, guys. I mean, what an amazing day. I just love that aircraft. There's some interesting things about that aircraft as well. I'll go into that later, but I did a little bit of a dig on that this weekend, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing, amazing aircraft. So enjoy the show there. So Moabs over the target. Also, our POTUS talked about enemy of the people again, and we just wanted to make sure we looked at all enemy of the people tweets. Just when the POTUS says something, we say something as well, right? This is the new algorithms happening as well. I don't know if anybody's incurring this, but I saw it happen right here.
Like. Let's see how fast. Unlike. See?
Wow.
That's
what's happening to your tweets, guys. That's what's happening to my tweets. That's what's happening. This is the new algorithm, in my opinion. Our president asked for a poll. Which is more dishonest, the deceitful newspaper in the failing New York Times or the Amazon lobbyist Washington Post? They are both a disgrace to our country, the enemy of the people. But But I just can't seem to figure out which is worse. So, you the people, said Amazon Washington Post by 52 to 48.
It's a neck and neck race.
Neck and neck. Clown media, right? Also, we had Father's Day, and I wanted to look at Father's Day, Q posts. So here we go. This one right here, there's 3 of them, okay? Let me just make sure there's 3 of them. Do unicorns exist? Interesting. Hang on one second, guys. Let me go back to this. All right, so here we go. 15:30. Q says, holy smokes, they are in for it. You really do have it all. And Q said, happy Father's Day. Also, 3063. Remember this important fact. Adam Schiff is a part of the Gang of 8 intel. It will become critical once Gang of 8 material is declassified. Logical question, Q. If Adam Schiff knew everything he's investigating and stating publicly to be knowingly false disinformation, why then would he take the course of actions ongoing? Did Adam Schiff purposely deceive the American public thinking the Gang of 8 material and other declassified information would never reach the public domain? What insurance did they hang over POTUS's head in order to prevent action? A father's love for his children knows no bounds. Q. Now, that could also be, there's no love, like my daughter, Shady, no bounds. My love for her is absolutely, 100%. But could it be talking about God? A father's love for his children knows no bounds. And could those children be of different skin colors, different beliefs, different anythings, Shady? That one just kind of sunk into my head there. I don't know, guys.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a father's love knows no bounds. Quit judging people is what I'm telling you. Thou shalt not judge. Concern. So here we go. These are some of the Father's Day. Q, happy Father's Day. You're furthering the divine stride of our founding fathers. May you feel their blessing, and may they shower keen intelligence, power, and safety upon you. And Donald Trump tweet says, my supporters are the smartest, strongest, most hardworking, and most loyal that we have seen in our country's history. It is a beautiful thing to watch as we win elections and gather support from all over the country. As we get stronger, so does our country. Best numbers ever. Thank you and God bless. Q.
Wow.
So those are little messages, in my opinion, to you guys. This is the RBG statement that I wanted to read to you in my post. Even though RBG wanted to censor words like father and mother, quote, cast constitutional doubt on the legality of Mother's Day and Father's Day as separate holidays. Page 146. A father's love for his children knows no bounds. Happy Father's Day, Q. So that was a nice little message, researching Q posts for Father's Day. That's what we do, Shady.
That's what we do every day.
That's what we do. Boom.
It's a lot of fun. Actually, it's so much fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
This
is Happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers teaching their kids the truth as they become our future patriots of this world. Our children are the future. Teach them well. Happy Father's Day to all. Where we go, one we go, some. All. Dang. The truth is learned. It's never told. In the Matrixxx with 3x's.com, where the truth is not safe for work. Mike. Do you believe this tweet got 1,000 likes, Shady?
I don't.
Do you know why? I miss the real first lady. She has so much more class than Melania Trump. Michelle Obama is our new Jackie. And I said, Mike. Boom. That's all you got to say, right?
I'm not touching that right now.
Hey, Malik Obama touched it.
Literally.
No pun intended. All right. So again, I wanted to find, this tweet has been highly suppressed.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
And I don't know if I can really play it because it'll probably get our video taken down. But this is how ceremonies of the sect were made in NXIVM. Women were marked as cattle with the initials of Keith Raniere. The comment on this says, Mexico's President Fox's daughters are members, dude. And dudettes. Kind of crazy.
And remember, members have to ask to be part of it.
Yeah, and they do. They ask for it here, too. Let's see.
Marcadas. Ceremonia en la que por momentos sus brazos. No hay gritos, sino risas. Hay besos y agradecimiento. Thank you. I love you. Y un juramento.
Please grant me. It would be an honor. Oh, an honor I want to wear for the rest of my life.
There you go. There you go. And this tweet was unavailable. Can you use Twitter in jail asking for a friend? So that's the real cult, guys, that we need to be focused on, okay?
Probably.
Oh my God, guys! You know, please be.
I mean, if we're gonna give people in jail the right to vote, we might as well give them Twitter.
Right? Be anons, guys. Be anons. Be anons. Oh, I don't know if you saw this tweet. Go ahead, check it out if you'd like to. I am not dividing, because the intent is to divide. And, you know, this is real anons. No, be the autists we know you are. You were chosen for a specific reason. And somebody says, hey, I'm offended at autist. Now, look, this is part of the problem with political correctness, is everybody gets all offended. But when we are called autists on the board, that just means we are a hive mind, and we are specifically looking for facts and information. We consider it a high honor. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. And yes, we know about vaccinations. Unfortunately, I believe that the vaccinations cause autism. I mean, you know, it's just logic, right, guys? But, you know, in order, you know, we're all having to be, you know, under this political correctness umbrella. This is MK Ultra. There's 3 of them. Program development, ongoing, offshore, not domestic, tangent agency. Covert funding, animals, humans, 1988, 71% average success rate. Targeted mental criteria designated as a comma in the box. Mental institutions and therapists, therapist, program specialist, cocktail regimen, 4x daily, brain intercept administered by hint, the NIH, brain signals action. NIH.gov, NCATS, NIH.gov, WIA, military personnel, targets of the program, PTSD plus, clandestine, black ops, zero affiliation, non-stick, something out of a movie? What movie is he referring to? The Matrixxx. Fiction? The hole is deep. Q777 777. Big Pharma, essential, expand your thinking, past cures, think Google, new Pixel phone, think Apple, Samsung. Why was BlackBerry destroyed? We guide you, but you must organically uncover the truth, guys. They are watching. Archive everything offline. Q. Now, this is a MK Ultra success and went into implementation. It's no longer called MK Ultra, right? It's called something else. But here, guys, the truth must be organically uncovered, guys. You need to think for yourself. You need to not go watch somebody calling people a used car salesman and believing it, because you need to do research on the human that's attacking the other human. And you'll be surprised what you find, guys. Be surprised what you find. Those that talk the loudest. Project MK Ultra, this is a description of it right here. I'll go ahead and leave that to you. They are on there, but have any recent shooters received therapy in the past? Every single one of them, by the way. Be the autist we know you are. You were chosen for a specific reason. And has nothing to do with divided.
100% of all the maniac shooters have in common taking psychotropic drugs of some sort and being under the care of some sort of person who is a handler.
And a therapist that has been related to the military as well, Shady.
Correct. That's right. And one that's been moved around, and after an op, they get moved somewhere else.
So, guys, do you think Q wants us divided over stupid stuff?
No.
Do you think Q wants me... Shady, you like the color blue. I don't like you.
Why? I like blue.
I'm divided now.
Well, why can't you just be okay that I like blue?
All right, I'll be united, not divided, because I'm a sheep no more.
We're out of the corral, my friend.
We're out of the corral, and so are you guys. Patriots have pride. Patriots have love. United, not divided. Flags out. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Democracy matters. The will of the people. United, not divided. Where we go one, we go all. People are pawns in their sick game of global domination. People are divided to prevent a rising of the people. People are divided and taught to fight themselves instead of ruling class. We're divided and taught to fight themselves. We're fighting each other instead of the ruling class. Race versus race. Religion versus religion. Political versus political. Class versus class. Sex versus sex. When you are divided, Shady, you are weak. When you are weak, you have no power. When you have no power, you have no control. Stay strong, Patriots. Stay united, not divided. You guys out there are what matters. You awake is their greatest fear. Buy my book. Kidding. Don't have a book. Fake news only divides, guys. Divided you are weak. Together you are strong. United, not divided. Where we go one, we go all. And this is a Shady post. Shady, you read this post. Very, very beautiful post. Let's just read this part. Emotionally unstable people are easier to control. They want you divided, Shady. Divided by race, divided by class, divided by religion, divided by political affiliation, divided as human beings. Divided, you are weak. Together, you are strong. When you are strong, you think for yourself. When you're strong, you challenge what you're told to believe. When you are strong, you are awake. When you are strong, you are no longer controlled. Trust yourself. Trust that you are not alone. I'm here with you guys. Trust that you are good people. That there are good people right beside you fighting for what we know to be right. God bless you all. Where we go one, we go all spelled out Q.
It really is. You know, it's tough for some people to see, but the truth is this: communism is division. Simple as that. Socialism and communism are there to divide you. What you have is a republic. What they want you to have is a socialist state-controlled system. What you have is free thought. What they want you to have is do what we say. What you have is a government that is there to serve you. What they want is a government that is there to control you. This is the division. If they can keep you fighting with people that believe other things, if they can keep you fighting with people that look differently than you, if they can keep you fighting with people that are a different sex than you, if they can keep you at each other's throats, then it guarantees their safety. But right. the moment that we turn and we put our fists down and we love, they lose. Period. End of sentence. Nothing else to say. That moment for each of you in any individual heart to lay down the sword of attacking other people because they don't think like you, they don't look like you, they don't want to look like you, they don't want to think like you. If you stop attacking them on those grounds, anyone, Cabal loses another minion instantaneously. And that is what scares them, and that is what you and I doing here on this program and in our real life and about Q-Matrixx scares them. And that's why they're attacking us, because we are here to show you that. We're here to show you that you are not divided and that you are love and light doesn't separate. Only thing that it can do is deceive, and deception is easy to spot once you're logical.
This movement challenges their forced narrative. This movement challenges people to not simply trust what is being reported. Research for yourself, think for yourself, trust for yourself. This movement is not about one person or a group of people. There are people saying that only people in my boat are going with us. Where we go one, we go some. There are people saying this. They are wrong. This movement is not about one person or a group of people. This is about all of us. We, the people, save the republic. Hatred and dissension in the nation will heal. Where we go all one, we go all, guys. They want you divided. I mean, Q has reminded you over and 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 over again, Shady.
It's the main running theme.
They want you to live in fear. I'm afraid for you, Shady, for going there. I'm not afraid. Shady's not afraid.
Fear doesn't drive me.
We are talking
fear doesn't
truth.
motivate me, and fear shouldn't motivate people out there. You've been taught to make your decisions out of fear, and once you come out of the matrix, you realize that making decisions out of fear gets you absolutely nowhere. Matter of fact, it causes you to get further behind.
And this is it. So this is Joe M. talking about fear. This is an article written by Neon Revolt. He is saying that he's done with me. He is saying that I am a fat, 50-something, middle-aged used car salesman. I have never been a car salesman. I'm a successful Cisco systems engineer with two dual majors, marketing and business, international business, social science, language arts, and psychology as minors. This is a lie. Why would I believe him? Research him, guys. Here's our event. Apparently it's free now. I didn't even know that. There you go.
Yeah, it's open to the public.
It's free, so come on. I mean, we weren't gonna talk about it. We weren't asked to promote it, but guys, come on, let's go then. I'm sick of these people. He's saying that Keith Raniere got his start there and wrote this own post, circular reporting. This is absolutely false. I've done my research.
Well, we did our research before any of this, and that's what a lot of people can't seem to quite understand, is that we understand the comms and we understand what the next level is. And if there's anyone out there, Matrixx, that can get out of echo chambers, it's you and I.
That's right.
We've gotten out of a lot of them, buddy, in the last 8 months.
This is all Jay-Z night, Jay-Z night, Jay-Z night, Jay-Z night, Jay-Z night, Jay-Z night, Jay-Z night. I am in the Matrixx, guys.
And we are talking about Paysur and Q there to an audience that is interested. We're not. This is not a Jay-Z night or
he falsely claimed that she channeled Jesus. Yep. Guys, they are scaring you. You know, we hear every day that the evil can channel demons. What if there could be a good channel?
Well, there is a good channel.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm just saying. I've been attacked on this over and over and over. I've researched this he's talking about court cases. She's a business. Even on the Red Pill 78 show, they were saying, well, you know, she was on the compound for 7 years. And the guy's like, no, nobody lives there, dude. You dummy.
She lives by herself.
So, Matrixx bad, buy my book, clickbait. And unfortunately, some people are actually falling in line with it.
Well, that's all right, Matrixx. That's all right, because we were told that they would expose themselves, and the people who are not talking about the bloodlines, the people who are talking about you and I, and the fact that we are going to bring our real selves into the real public eye and get out of another echo chamber and making ourselves available. That's another great thing to let everybody know. We are available.
Yeah.
So if you want us to come speak at an event, please contact us, because that is what we plan to do.
That's
and I don't care if it's in America or if it's in Europe or wherever it is.
Yep.
Let us know.
Maybe the Catholic Church will have us. Maybe, you know, a synagogue will have us. Maybe anybody will have us.
I doubt the Catholic Church will have us, but maybe some other religion.
Oh, so we couldn't talk about it there. QAnon is showing all of us who the real cult is. Attacks will be intensified, and we will be labeled. We will need to stand up, be loud, be proud, and fight. We, the people, are the solution, not a cult. This was me, August 15, 2008 at 9:08 p.m. And attacks did intensify now, didn't they, Shady?
Oh, yeah, they've intensified a little bit, man. Like I said, with every echo chamber we escaped from, the people that are still in the echo chamber that we just escaped from are mad at us.
Right. Right. So guys,
consistently,
you know, and everybody's like, quit attacking. I'm not attacking. I'm defending. That was a Friday article after Neon Revolt came in here and got triggered and wrote like a 70-page article about us.
That really it's not true.
So do your research, guys. Research the human, researching the human. They got nothing on me, dude. Nothing. Except that I have a well-adjusted daughter who's amazing, who's my daddy's girl, and I'm so proud of her. She's getting straight A's. I don't even have to ask her to, do homework, guys. This is from my daughter using my colors. Happy Father's Day. And here's what she said to me. Happy Father's Day. You deserve it. You work so hard, and I am so thankful for that. Thank you for being so motivated and fighting for what you believe in. Thank you for trusting me and pushing me to be better. Without you, I wouldn't be who I am today. I love you. Love, Abby.
You, sir, are a lucky man.
That's what it's about for me.
And she's a beautiful, beautiful spirit. I've met her.
Thank you. Yes, you have. Trying to find the mic thing here. Hang on one second.
What you need?
The effed up mic thread about the orange.
Yeah.
There's Carly.
Right.
Hang on one second. Carly. Here it is. Look at this. This video looks like the color has been changed to make him look like a raging idiot. Let's watch this.
Did nothing wrong, George. Did nothing wrong. There was no collusion.
Look at the
you don't
orange
even hear
on
Russia
his face.
mentioned anymore. Russia's not mentioned.
I think they screwed with the tape.
Now it's all about obstruction of what? They built up a phony crime. They hired a man that hated Trump. What kind of a rigged deal is this?
You didn't answer questions
people.
on obstruction.
Wait a minute. I did answer questions. I answered them in writing.
Not on
I don't know about
obstruction.
this. I don't know. I answered a lot of questions. They gave me questions. I answered them in writing.
Not on obstruction.
Look, George, you're being a little wise guy, okay? Which is, typical for you. Just so you understand. Very simple. It's very simple. There was no crime. There was no collusion. It was a setup. In my opinion, and I think it's going to come out.
Who set
I hope
it up?
it's going to come out. We're going to find out very soon.
You
because I
clearly
really believe
believe there was a group of people working against you. Do you think President Obama was behind it?
I would say that he certainly must have known about it because it went very high up in the chain. I'm not going to make that statement quite yet, but I would say that President Obama had to know about it.
Yeah, and he did know about it, and he's going to say it. And this is what Mike said. This video looks like the color has been changed to make the president look bad. What kind of stuff is this? Why would ABC edit something so deceptively? Well, we know why. You know why.
Well, I mean, look at this. I mean, look at the way that look how disingenuous Stephanopoulos is. That is a disingenuous question. You cannot be sitting there, oh, there's no obstruction. There is no underlying crime. Why is everybody so confused about the idea that we are innocent until proven guilty? There's crimes. There's not people who are guilty. There's a crime. The crime is investigated. If you can prove it in a court of law, then it's prosecuted. Otherwise, it isn't, man. And you can't have obstruction into a non-crime. It is insane how scared these people are, and they keep going over and over, and they know they've kind of got the president in a little weird spot right there where you can't bring that up exactly like it is, but they just harp like they don't know. Oh, I'm dummy guy that doesn't understand law.
And this is Bill Cosby on Father's Day. He says, hey, it's America's dad. I know it's late, but to all the dads, it's an honor to be called a father. So let's make today a renewed oath into fulfilling our purpose, strengthening our families, and dropping drugs in women's drinks. Oh, wait, he didn't say that. That was writer's embellishment.
No, that wasn't there. I thought that was on the other page.
That wasn't there. So
no, you might have flipped over.
Salim says good dads don't spike drinks and rape women. So
it's just kind of known. So happy Father's Day, right?
Again, Railroad Fortune, you don't say. Pacer trustee passes away. This is another interesting news story. Man taken down after firing shots at the federal courthouse in downtown Dallas. Shady, what's the name of this courthouse?
It is the Cadell, I think Cadell. Yeah, Cabell, right. Cabell, I'm trying to find the
federal
page right
courthouse.
here.
And
Earl.
Yeah, and Cabell actually has links to JFK. He was the mayor of Dallas during the time JFK was actually shot. Why do we have a clown trying to run into the Cabell building today?
And pointing us to it, and they said that he was taken down outside. But I wanted to read just a little bit real quick about who this guy is. The Earl Cabell building was interesting. We had an active shooter there that was taken down, so we started looking into that. Cabell was the mayor of Dallas when John Kennedy was shot. And interestingly enough, his wife met John Kennedy and Jackie in Love Field the morning of the 22nd. His wife reported that while riding in Kennedy's motorcade through Dealey Plaza, she observed a rather long-looking thing sticking out of a window of the Texas School Book Depository immediately after the first shot, after receiving word from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And it just so happens that this guy, Earl Cabell's brother, Charles Cabell, was the deputy director of the CIA up until the Bay of Pigs. So, we have a guy there. We have the 17th, and a bloodline heiress dies on the 17th. And the same day, we have a person who goes armed to a federal building in Dallas that points us back to the Earl Cabell, the guy who was the mayor in Dallas the day Kennedy was shot, and his wife was the person that pointed to the school book depository when it said, "Oh, look here, over here at the guy shooting from up there." All convenient today, right? Just coincidences out here.
June Q.
In the Matrix.
Yep. Let's watch this. And there's the guy running away, full body armor. Looks like he knows what he's doing.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. All right, and then I wanted to show you this too. Another interesting thing about this article about the man. It said that they found a bomb in his car, and they went over to explode the bomb, and it shook. Oh my gosh! So tired.
It shook
saplings. Saplings, they called it.
Saplings.
Yeah.
If something shook saplings.
Yes.
And that was in the news story?
That was in the news story, but apparently I can't read it here to you guys because everybody wants you to pay. All these Patriots.
pay news.
Our information is free. Now
we need slush fund.
I'd like to go through this. I know this is Sputnik news, but it's interesting. But if the clowns were just outed on the public stage in Iran, I'd say the jig is up now. Sputnik news. Again, I take this with
early reporting.
Early reporting. Arrests made in Iran reportedly bust large CIA-run network. Gee, you think?
Like the whole country.
Like the whole country, you think? And again, I have the posts that say Iran. There are 69 of them. I'm sure that's
they're
just a
very
coincidence.
interesting.
I'm sure that money that was paid there had nothing to do with the CIA, and there's nobody at the CIA there. I'm sure the sheikh, it was not put in there by the CIA. I'm sure I'm sure the CIA doesn't do anything there that's clandestine.
Well, look at the look at the chain of events that we're seeing unfold. We had the tanker stuff a few weeks back.
Yeah,
and now
who went to Norway? Was it Hillary or Obama? Somebody went to Norway. Then all of a sudden we have this tanker from Norway in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and then we have the drone that comes in and catches. The drone took pictures of them taking the mines that didn't blow up off the boats, and then they tried to shoot the drone down. And then now they're trying to say, oh, well, we're getting ready. Tensions are building with Iran, and now all of a sudden there's news that says Iran CIA clowns are being wrapped up and gathered up. So let's really take the 40,000-foot view here and look at what's look at what's being set up. They're trying to tell you there's going to be war with Iran, and I'm sitting here trying to tell you that that's not going to be how this plays out.
Yeah, there's going to be no war, but there is going to be uranium one.
And oh yeah, yep.
That's what's going to be there. Watch Iran. Something incredible is about to happen. We have a resistance there. We got the restart movement. The good people of Iran have the power.
And that was the other thing, was the announcement today, or may have been yesterday, that Iran is going to exceed their amount of enriched uranium that they're allowed to have. They're announcing that they're going to make more than they're allowed to have to the world.
So I think in 2 weeks we are going to see Watergate times 1,000, guys. That's my guess. And there's a lot of layers. There's uranium one. There's Iran. There's human trafficking. There's Haiti. There's corruption, etc., 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 guys. Logical thinking.
Lots and lots and lots of plates spinning, but at the same time, you're seeing some of them land.
You know, and I say also because of Nexium and their headquarters in Mexico and the daughters of Presidente Fox, could this be art of the deal as why the deal was done? Art of the deal. I got something on you, Fox. You know, so you guys, we're seeing a lot of things play out. Shady, pretty amazing day. Pretty amazing day of Q posts.
June
Q. We've got our president tomorrow. Matrixxx, in the Matrixxx, will be at the rally.
At the event?
Yeah.
Are you going to be wearing a sign?
I'm going to be wearing
digital soldiers.
No. And I don't think I'm going to be wearing a sign. Here I am. I don't know, man. We'll try to meet up. I will be there with a couple of people, details to follow, but let's listen to Severe Anon, because this is what it is. We are going to hear the announcement. Yesterday was the year, was it the 16th, I think? 15th, what he announced for presidency, 2.5 years ago, or 4 years ago, I guess it was. And then now we've got an announcement tomorrow for his presidency. Very special announcement. Promises made, promises kept. We need to keep this president in office. I stand by our President Trump. Let's listen to Severe Anon.
Digital soldiers.
Do I want to see me in jail? Yeah, yeah. Do I want Hillary in a cell? Yeah, yeah. Am I done right with 45? Yeah, yeah. At a rally, do I feel alive? Yeah, yeah. Will I wall slow down the cartels? Yeah. Listen, will I vote Trump 2020? Hell yeah. I'm conservative and you can tell, yeah, yeah. Where we go on, we go all in, yeah. Promises made and promises kept. I can roll with a press like that. Promises made and promises kept. I can roll with a press like that.
Grab your popcorn, it's about to go down. If you didn't know, I guarantee you know now. The criminal cabal try to keep it on the low now. But we got the right guy for a showdown at the Trump rally. People screaming so loud, Patriots united. And we're standing so proud, panic in DC. Ain't nowhere to go now. Say goodbye to the deep state, we're in control now.
See me in jail, yeah, yeah. Do I want Hillary in a cell, yeah, yeah. Am I down to right with 45, yeah, yeah. At a rally, do I feel alive, yeah, yeah. Will I wall slow down the cartels, yeah. They say, will I vote Trump 2020, hell yeah. I'm conservative and you can tell, yeah, yeah. Where we go on, we go all in, yeah. Promises made and promises kept.
Yeah, Jay.
I can roll with a press like that. Promises made and promises kept. I can roll with a press like that.
Let's go. Jason was a Gentile and Severe Anon. Red pill music up, it's time to get it on. Wake 'em up and make 'em realize what's going on. The great awakening that we've been waiting for so long. Where we go, when we go, all together we're so strong. But divided we are weak, that was a plan all along. They thought they got it right, but boy, they got it wrong. Cause they never realized that we would find where we belong. Red bag of hat and I'm proud to put it on. And if that makes you nag, go ahead and change the song. Cause I'm a Patriot, so what you hating on? Wake up and ask yourself, what team you playing on?
Jason was a Gentile and Severe Anon. Rocking with that Patriot music. Jason was a Gentile and Severe Anon. Two American citizens, red pill music. Na 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 na, eh, oh, 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 oh. I represent my God and my country. Na 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 na, eh, oh, 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 oh. Shout out to red
Matrixxx and Shady.
Na na na, eh, oh, 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 oh. I represent my God and my country. Na 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 na, eh, oh, oh, oh.
General Flynn.
Shout out to General Flynn. Do I wanna see me in jail? Yeah, yeah. Do I want Hillary in a cell? Yeah, yeah. Am I down to right with 45? Yeah, yeah. At a rally, do I feel alive? Yeah, yeah. Will I wall slow down the cartels? Yeah. They say, will I vote Trump 2020? Hell yeah. I'm conservative and you can tell, yeah, yeah. Where we go on, we go all in, yeah. Promises made and promises kept. I can roll with a press like that. Promises made and promises kept. I can roll with a press like that.
Real severe. And Jason was a Gentile. Promises made, promises kept. I love that. Shout out to Matrixxx and Shady. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And that's it, Shady. We got the end of our show, guys. I mean, I think we covered quite a bit of stuff today. What do you think, Shady?
Well, we gave them a little bit extra because you're going to be off the wall tomorrow for a minute, so we figured we'd throw out some extra stuff. And wow, so many things are going on out here, my friend. It's just it takes us a minute more than an hour sometimes, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, every time. Every time. I mean, we've been taking geez, Shady, it's crazy how
77 episodes already of this.
77 episodes. Make sure you hit like, guys.
And you still like working with me?
Make sure you hit like, guys.
What?
77 episodes. Of course I do, Shady. I love working with you. I love working with all the people I'm working with on this project. We got the mods out there: Pseudonym, Vega, Kiwi, Cutter. Man, I'm sure I'm missing some people, aren't I? I don't know. Pseudonym. Is Pseudonym out there? Yeah, Pseudonym. I said Pseudonym. Let's see. Wow. Who am I missing? I'm missing one person.
Liberty's
Anonymous
out there.
Eagle. Liberty. Yes, thank you.
Anonymous is out there. None of your
Carly.
business is out there. Carly's out there.
JT. Anonymous Info. There you are. God bless you, Anonymous Info. You guys are amazing. You guys are why we're here. Nunya, that's it. Nunya business. But Shady says Nunya, so you always confuse me.
Nunya.
It's Nunya. It's Nunya
Yeah.
business, Shady. Nunya
I
business.
know, but I'd say it different.
I know. And then you got Brad Holtz. Enjoy the Rally Matrix. I sure will, Brad. Thank you, guys. And, there's 110,000 people, Shady, registered, and only 20,000 are going to get in. So let's see if we get some VIP Patriots in there. We will be covering it the next day. So we're going to be off tomorrow, which is maybe even Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. So off tomorrow. But maybe we'll do a surprise visit. One never knows. Shady, with that, we're going to get out of here.
All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to real quick just throw this out there to you guys. Recognize that socialism is a failed system. Anyone who speaks of socialism is talking garbage to you. So really, we have to change this conversation, and it is a in-depth conversation to change. So please, everybody, this is what we're fighting. We are fighting for our republic. We want a republic form of government, a representative, accountable republic form of government. The president of the United States, Donald Trump, will announce that he's going to run again 2020 tomorrow. It's going to be spectacular. He is going to drive every single mole back into the whack-a-mole game. Trust me, none of them stand a chance against this guy. So with that, I'm going to squeeze down, Matrixx. You have a safe journey out there tomorrow, and feel free to communicate back any way you want to. And much love, and let's jump out of here.
We will. We'll be in touch, guys. Check and follow my Twitter feed, if you will. There could be some good stuff. Hey, who knows? We could have some Q posts tomorrow with some VIP anons. I mean, Joe Biden couldn't even fill up the hallway at the Amway Center in Orlando, but Trump has 110,000 people wanting to get in and can only seat 20,000 people. I'm sure that's normal. That's why Biden's leading in the polls, I'm sure. You guys, keep watching the news. I love you guys. Don't listen to the trolls. They're lying their butts off. I love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. President announces for presidential win in the Matrixx with 3x's.com, because the truth is not safe for work. At Shady Grooove with 3 O's, at intheMatrixxx with 3 X's on Twitter. YouTube.com/C/intheMatrixxx with 3 X's will get you right to our show Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Q Lounge live on Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern. Catch you guys later. Anons, Patriots. Peace.
one, we go